Welcome to Game Changer World on a very special night. I'm sitting here with Anakin Murphy. How you doing tonight, Anakin?
Hello, I'm okay. How are you?
You're just okay. You've been a busy boy tonight, huh?
I'm busy all the time.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. You've got busy people problems, like constantly. You're not sitting around waiting for shit to happen anymore, huh?
No, not at all.
Let me give you 2 to 3 minutes to yourself right here. I want to go ahead and give you an official introduction to the podcast. It's a great way to tell everybody all the wonderful things you've done and catch up anyone who's interested in you who just don't know all this stuff yet. So,
Sick.
yeah, let's do it right now. So, listeners, we have a very special guest with us tonight, Mr. Anakin Murphy, aka Deathwish, aka indie wrestling's favorite twink, hailing originally from St. Louis, Missouri, now based out of the I think it's the Chicago area. He's 24 years old with 7+ years documented in-ring experience, wrestling a total of 390 documented matches in his career, averaging 55 matches a year, with the most he's wrestled in 1 year at 75 in 2022. He's an 8-time champion, averaging 142 days per major title reign. Here's a short list of some of his more notable title runs. The United Glory Tag Team Championship with Davey Vega as Grindhouse, 167 days. The Unsanctioned Pro Hardcore Championship, 189 days. And his longest title run being the Unsanctioned Pro Tag Team Championship with Victor Analog as These Men Do Not Exist, 253 days. Now, Anakin's first match at GCW was on October 23rd, 2022 at Moment of Clarity from the Valleydale Ballroom in Columbus, Ohio. Since then, he's wrestled 22 matches with us. The top 3 companies he's made the most appearances for outside of GCW: St. Louis Anarchy 35 times, 01 USA 36 times, and TWE Chattanooga 46 times. Love that place. Now, some notable tag teams: Self-Destruct with Walker Hayes in 2021. In 2022, These Men Do Not Exist. In 2023, Constant Headache with Kenny Calix. And in 2024, Conversion Therapy. I do believe I'm missing 1 or 2 things here in championships and teams, but we'll talk about that maybe later. Now, there are some notable stables here. We have Grindhouse from 2022, but before that, 2021, Unsigned and Don't Care with Gary J. and Aaron Williams. Anakin has participated in 7 tournaments his career, made it to the semifinals 4 times and finals twice. He's a winner of the Unsanctioned Pros Hardcore Cup in 2025. He debuted on the PWI 500 in 2024 at number 497, and we definitely expect that number to rise this year. Now, Anakin Murphy is a rising star in independent wrestling. Straight out the Midwest, his high-risk, fearless style and intense Deathwish persona have rapidly built him a passionate following. Since entering the ring, he's distinguished himself through daring, no-holds-barred performances that blend athleticism with bloody and violent intensity. Through hard work, he's captured multiple championships and earned opportunities on prominent stages. With a growing reputation for resilience, creativity, and unforgettable matches, Murphy represents the passion and grit of the independent scene. He stands as an example of determination despite all odds. No matter how many doubted him, he kept pushing. Now he gets to fly on paid trips across the country for work. These qualities and many others we discussed tonight are what makes him a game changer. So listeners and fans, I'd like to officially welcome to the show GCW's favorite twink, Anakin Murphy. How you doing tonight, bud?
Hell yeah, dude! That intro was sick. That was really cool. The documented matches I've logged down every match I've had. It's not 390. I am
Fuck
at
no. 5 something, right?
No, it's 657, I think.
I always say documented because I guarantee there were a ton of shows a lot of these wrestlers are at that nobody was actually calling in and going, hey, here's the results, you know?
For sure.
Bro, you've done some stuff. You've done some good stuff out there.
I've tried.
I don't know how much time I have with you, but I also know that you're a busy guy. So I'm going to kind of go through more of the easy questions that you get in every podcast because a lot of people really want those answered. They can go elsewhere to get those. So I'll kind of make it a catch-up story for everyone. You started watching wrestling in 2009, mostly because your dad watched it. That's my story also. You love CM Punk and Jeff Hardy. You met Jeff Hardy?
Yes, I did meet Jeff Hardy. Also, we have I have all night. I'm all yours.
Okay, cool.
I think I met him in 2011. It was whenever he was at the top of TNA. Whenever I met him.
So I know that 2013 was really when it kicked off, and we'll talk about that. But did meeting Jeff Hardy kind of start planting the seeds that, oh shit, like this is real?
No, I was just really excited to meet Jeff Hardy. I was still in the stage before 2013 that I was like, oh, I'm not going to be a wrestler because everyone's telling me it's not going to happen. So I kind of believed that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, this is Jeff Hardy. This is sick.
Okay, so you discovered indie wrestling around age 13, PWA's Thanksgiving Terror. You said it made your dream of pro wrestling feel attainable. I don't know how this happened, Anakin. I'm not lying. You're the first wrestler in about 40 plus interviews that actually said that, and it's so damn true. That included me. Like, I went to an indie show and I'm like, you know what? I think there's a place here where I can kick in and really do something for wrestling.
Ooh.
Man.
Let me turn my back on.
No, he's done, guys. He told me when the light's out, I have to pop in another quarter. He's done.
No, I have to just plug in my little fucking thing. But yeah, so I saw a wrestler named Derek Moss, who that was the guy for me. And once I saw him, for whatever reason, it just clicked. It's just this is the guy that I am gravitating towards, and this is the guy that I have made such a connection with, to the point where it's this is something that I can do.
Would you say this show kicked off both your backyard and your professional wrestling careers at the same time?
Yeah, actually, I never thought of it that way, but yeah.
Okay, so backyard first. Can you actually describe the ring and everything around it that you were working with? Oh, there we go. Can I hear it? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. He's going in and out. There you go.
There it is. Got it.
There we go. Sorry about that, man.
What's up?
Okay, so backyard first.
I think it's on me.
There we go. We may also have a delay. Backyard first. I was kind of wondering, could you describe the ring you were working with and all the stuff around it that kind of made it fun?
So at first it was my bed. And then it became just the grass, just a grassy plain in my backyard. And then my dad actually built me and my brother a ring. And it was made of it was tires, and then I think some kind of wood, I think plywood, and then these exercise mats that we got on Amazon, and then he bought a canvas for it, a legit wrestling canvas for it. And then the ropes were I think nylon ropes with a garden hose around it. And then these wooden posts were into the ground with cement, which was sick. So yeah, that was what we were working with, which is actually it was pretty cool that my dad did that. It's a shed now. He kind of tore the ring down and made it into a shed. But yeah, that part was sick.
Bro, that's a lot of love. That's probably one of the better stories I've heard of someone their dad coming in being like, you know what, let's do the damn thing, and then really getting into it like he did. That's a cool freaking story, man.
Yeah, my dad is everyone says this about their dads. That my dad's the best dad ever. He has been so supportive, and there's a lot of times where I feel he is less of a dad and more. I mean, he's a great dad, but it also feels I have a best friend with me. I can talk to him about anything, because I think some people, oh yeah, I don't talk to my dad about this or that. I talk to my dad about everything. So,
oh man, so you step out into the backyard. Were you Anakin Murphy from almost day one when you stepped out there?
Yep. Yeah, I was always Anakin Murphy.
So where did you derive the name? I kind of know this answer, but I don't think GCW fans do.
No, so I took Anakin from Star Wars, but contrary to what everyone thinks and jokes about, I don't really like Star Wars. It's not really my thing, but I didn't hate it. until I got into wrestling, and then everybody to this day still has the same high ground joke, the same "you were the chosen one" Anakin joke. It's always
Yeah.
like the same, so it's made me hate Star Wars. But I don't know where I got Murphy. I was in school one day and I just scratched Anakin Murphy into a notebook pad. Like I just scratched it, and I really liked how it looked scratched. Like, oh, maybe that could be like a shirt. And then ever since then, it's just kind of something that it's just kind of like stuck with me.
No kidding. I didn't know if it was like a drop kick Murphy's kind of thing, or if it was like a famous wrestling Murphy, or
No, it was just completely just popped in my head like Murphy.
Hey, no shit. It looks cool though, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it worked out, I think.
Hell yeah. So the backyard was where you met Jack Kennedy, and he wanted to go train also. Was there anyone else in your group that was maybe serious about hitting a wrestling school with you guys?
Um, so Jacques Kennedy is now Valerie Kennedy, like the whole like name. So whenever I say Val, that's who I'm talking about.
Oh no, did
Um,
I fuck that up then? I'm sorry.
no, no, like
Okay.
they've had so many names. It's like it's
Okay.
the same
Okay.
person. But Val and I were like best friends through high school. So whenever we backyarded together, it was me, Val, and Kenny Calix were like the main ones that wanted to, because Kenny Calix is my brother. So we were
Yeah.
the three main ones that were like, all right, we're going to do this. And there was one other guy named Nick who trained for a little bit, but it just wasn't really for him. Like he just kind of couldn't handle a lot of it, which is fine. I feel like some people need to come to terms with that more often than not. But it was us four that like wanted to be wrestlers, but it was Nick who tried. Oh, I also had this friend named Steven who backyarded with us. He tried and he actually kind of got bullied out of like wanting to be a wrestler, which fucking
Oh,
sucks. But
yeah.
yeah, so I guess it was us five, but me, Val, and Kenny were the ones that actually made it.
Huh. Yeah, I was curious about that. So then you tried to get into PWA wrestling school at Pinfall Academy at age 13. They turned you down because of age. Were you going in at
Yep.
the same time with Val in that situation then?
No, that was just me. Like
Okay.
that at that
Okay.
point, it was just like, oh, I want to do this, and they were like, oh, you have to be 16. And then I think I met Val whenever I was 15 or 14. I think 15, and we started backyarding together. Um, and then Kenny, of course, like came later on.
So then you and Kenny are how much difference in age?
I'm 24. I think 3 or 4 years. Yeah, because
Okay.
he's 20 and I'm 24.
Um, all right. So before you turn 16, Pinfall Academy's gone. You decide, all right, man, I got to find a place. You tried Ace Wrestling Academy, did not like it whatsoever. Now you left
Yeah.
and found another school between Ace and Pinfall because you eventually go to Pinfall. What's that school between Ace and Pinfall? I never found the
It
name
was
of it.
it was Michael Elgin's Burning Spirit Wrestling Factory.
Okay, there we go.
Uh,
Yeah, I was trying to
so
figure out. I could not find it. I'm like, there's a hole here in my notes, and yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
I graduated, quote unquote, through Ace Academy. With the quote unquote is from they told me I was too skinny to wrestle, but I was ready to wrestle. So I was like, oh, okay, well fuck you, I'm gonna go wrestle. And then I got more training through Elgin, and then I went back to pinfall whenever they opened back up to get more like I guess just stay sharper. Because I do believe like wrestlers should not stop training. Like even right now, I had training tonight. So
yeah.
um yeah. So Michael Elgin was the middle one.
So my next question then would be about Roy Lewis. Do you feel like he was the first one to take you under his wing then?
Yeah, for sure. I think Roy Lewis was like the Gary J before Gary J was a thing for me. So he was at the Ace Wrestling Academy, and I can just kind of tell he was smarter than everyone else. And he kind of like understood a lot more things more than everyone else, and he was nicer to me.
Yeah.
And then him and I grew a relationship. He was my first match. Um, and then he kind of like he didn't come with me to Elgin's, but he was like still talking to me. And then he came to pinfall whenever I went to pinfall. I have not seen him in such a long time. It kind of sucks. I went from seeing him 2 to 3 times a week to now not at all. That's kind of I guess what happens when you grow up.
Yeah.
Uh, but I miss him a lot, and like he is the person who really like pushed me to, you need to go to this place and get this rep. You need to go do this and have your mentality be this. And if I didn't have him, like I probably wouldn't have found Gary and got further learning experiences. I probably wouldn't have like done this and done that. Like it all, I think it all starts with Roy, with how much he helped me.
And then let's just say before you found Gary, was there anyone else who took you under their wing in those early years?
Um, no, I think I just had more peers like giving
Yeah.
me advice. So it was Roy, and then I had peers, and then it was really like Gary. It was like, all right, come on.
Okay, so here's a fun one. Has there been a piece of like advice that a veteran wrestler gave you and stuck with you and you're like, "You know what? I can't believe it was true, but it was."
Um, yeah, I would take really silly bumps like on the floor and shit like that, and be like, it would be like a really like, I would do kids' birthday parties for like PWA sometimes, and I would take like, oh, give me a suplex on the floor, and there's just maybe 10 7 year olds in the crowd. But in my head, it's like, oh, this is still a show. I'm still gonna work
Yep.
hard. But a lot of people would tell me to like save those bumps for bigger shows, like still work hard, but like don't do those high risk bumps. And I agree, because now I'm telling other people to not do those high risk bumps because my body is in shambles a lot of the time.
So then what okay, let's take out that piece of advice. What is a piece of advice you'd like to go back and give yourself that might save you some time or make it better in the long run for you?
To be more patient, I think I was pretty patient throughout a lot of things, but I have anxiety, so I overthink fucking everything. I overanalyze everything. It gets to a point where recently I've become really paranoid, like this guy's lying to me and he's actually thinking this, or I'm not being booked here and this is why, or this is my last show, da 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 da. And it used to be pretty bad back then too. So I feel like if I would have just shook myself and went, hey man, just be patient, it's gonna be okay. Things are gonna pan out the way you want it to. I feel like it would calm old me down so hard or so badly.
And if you look back on it now, all those days you had that bullshit going on in your head, you can at least go, you know what? I'm pretty good with patterns. I've survived every one of them. You know?
Yeah. That's something I need to learn now too, because everything I'm going through right now is just like a pattern of things I've went through before, and it's not like anything I haven't like been through. You know what I mean?
Hmm. All right, then. What was the biggest misconception you had about the wrestling business when you first started, and how long did it take for you to realize that was wrong?
I had no idea that everyone, not everybody, but a lot of people like to plan stuff out. I thought it was all just, oh, bell rings, here we go. Like now, like getting into it and having to plan things out and then remembering everything was like a challenge. Like my first match was, we called the match and it was terrible because I couldn't remember anything. So I told myself like I was not going to let something like that happen to that extent again. Everyone forgets stuff, but that was definitely something that like opened my eyes. Like, oh shit, like this is a lot harder than I thought, and I knew it was pretty hard.
That makes for a rough night. I'm not
Yeah,
kidding. I feel you. That makes for one rough ass night. The bounce back probably took just a little bit, right?
yeah, but it wasn't like it was like, oh man, that was like that's gonna be new, but it was also like, well, I'm gonna do it 'cause this is what I want to do.
And I mean, you were probably sure enough of yourself by that point. You're like, that wasn't me out there. I was just not myself.
Yeah, but I also like a lot of people were like, that was your first match, like give yourself some grace. So
Yeah.
that's something I also listened to. I think now, if I made a mistake like that now, I'd probably like quit. I'd probably be like, I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah. You're also training others right now. What's the single biggest bad habit you see in new trainees that you got to get it out of them?
Um, I think uh how do I word this? Like misconceptions about being booked. I feel like a lot of wrestlers especially young ones, just kind of wait for it, and they don't know. They're like, oh well, if I get booked, cool. I'm just gonna wait for it. You have to go get it. You have to go help set up places. You have to go travel. You have to go talk to people. You have to message promoters. It is a whole like thing to get booked. And I feel like a lot of people just kind of sit and wait. And with a lot of people that I trained or mentored, which isn't many, but still, like I've pushed them, like, hey, you need to go to this person, go to this show, go hop in this car, go hop in my car, da 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 da. So that's the one thing I think a lot of people still need to like figure out.
I have to go back to ask you this real quick. When you were first starting out, was Jeff Hardy kind of the target for you when it came to in ring? Like you were trying to go off the top rope more than usual and whatnot. Did trainers have to slow you down? You know what I mean?
Trainers didn't have to slow me down, but I feel like I idolized Hell in a Cell matches, so I feel like Mankind and like Mick Foley was the one that I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. Because I would see like with Jeff Hardy did all like the high risk stuff, but Mick Foley had the blood and Mick Foley had like the bumps, and that's what I gravitated towards.
Okay, so where did the name Death Wish come from?
So Grindhouse was the stable for me, Davey Vega, and Matt Fitchett, and Marty Bell, who like only appeared in a vignette that we had. She never like we always wanted her to manage us. It never really panned out the way that we wanted it to, but it was supposed to. And Fitchett wanted me in, but he wanted everyone to have like new nicknames that were like 2 syllables. So it was Spitfire, Dynamite, Gunslinger, and then it was me, and then I was like Death Wish. And then it kind of just happened to be like a nickname, but I've evolved it into like, oh, I feel like wrestlers need to have a reason why they're wrestling. So my reason is that I have a death wish. I am a professional wrestler because I want to die. So that is something that I've done with Death Wish and kind of spun it, and it turned into a thing. Whenever I first wanted to come out as Death Wish, a lot of people told me it was a bad idea. And now the same people who told me it was a bad idea were like, I was wrong. Like, you are, like, this is it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well then, gosh, it's nice to hear you finally clicked in all your shit. Let's do this then. The promoter can't find Helena, can't find Note to Self. What song are you picking?
Things That Rhyme with Orange by I Set My Friends on Fire. Because I feel like if I didn't come out to Helena, I would come out to that. Because I love that song. It's like in my top 3 favorite songs. And I feel like it has the same tempo as Helena. It's just not as well known.
Okay. And were there any other songs besides those 3 that just didn't make the cut?
I used to come out like my first 5 or so matches. I came out to Ride the Winds of Pestilence by From First to Last, which is really similar to Note to Self, but then I just kind of liked the sound of Note to Self more. But I picked Helena really early on. Like the match I had with Gary J in 2021 in February was like the first match where I used that song, and I've never changed it.
All right. You're starting a company. Congratulations, Anakin. You're starting one right now. I'm going to mention a couple companies you've worked at, and you can tell me one thing you like about that company you can make into your own. So TWE Chattanooga, what would you like to bring from that company and make it into your new company? Is there something there?
Yeah, just the entire talent pool and how everybody supports each other. So I would say the support from all the talent to the rest of the talent. Like at TWE, actually at a lot of promotions, there's not a lot of people that are 100% genuine and supportive. At TWE, everybody is supportive. Everybody wants to see each other have a sick match. Everybody is helping each other. Everybody wants to see each other get better. So that was one thing I would take from TWE.
So I had to ask about that one because I asked about TWE with Gary, and he said he would love to take the fans. He's like, if there was an area that has some support, just like you said, supportive fans, that's the place.
Yeah.
What about
I love
01?
the Southeast.
Oh, sorry, bud.
Zero. No, you're good. I just said I love the Southeast. 01. It would be the weekly Thursday show that they have. I feel like it is a great way for young wrestlers to get matches weekly. So a building that has a ring in it and runs weekly. That's what I would take from 0-1.
So you're looking for possibly even a student show training.
Yeah. Like a student show.
St. Louis Anarchy. What would you take from them and incorporate into your own company?
The entirety of the team that isn't the wrestlers. So the booker, the commentators, the ring announcer, people keeping time, the agents, referees, like the whole team that isn't the wrestlers, like are always wanting to put on the best show possible and usually do with St. Louis Anarchy. So I would take the crew.
What about Unsanctioned Pro?
I would take the fans from there. The fans
There you go.
Unsanctioned are fucking insanely sick.
NHB, good old No Holds Barred. What would you take from there?
I would take the heart that Danny DeMonto has for deathmatch wrestling. So I would take the heart that Danny has for deathmatch wrestling, and he loves all wrestling, but he focuses mainly on death matches, so I would put it towards my product. So the love that comes from NHB, I would put towards mine.
And then finally, GCW. What would you take from them and incorporate into Anakin Murphy's company?
Brett, that's my advisor. I would just take Brett Lauderdale himself. But I feel like a lot of people don't understand that GCW's been around for a while, but Brett has been around for even longer, especially like he reffed a lot of stuff on the East Coast, and most big CZW moments that you see, Brett was either in the locker room or he was the ref. So he has so much knowledge that a lot of people don't really tap into, and a lot of people don't really remember because he is, one, super insanely busy. So there's not a lot of chances to really talk to him about it. But also it is GCW, and it is a different product. But I think Brett has so much knowledge about booking and about people, especially people. I would take him as my advisor. I will say, like, TOS, I was feeling so bad afterwards, but I had a conversation with Brett, and in that conversation, like, it made me feel 100 times better, and it was not reassuring. It was a genuine, like, Brett was talking to me and trying to teach me what went wrong and how it can get better, and it all made sense, and it was all very understandable.
Bro, to have his address book would be insane, right?
yeah, it would.
How did you find GCW, or how did they find you?
I knew about GCW like whenever I was training, and it was always like, oh, this place is fucking awesome. And then as I got more into wrestling, it became the top independent in the promotion. So it was like, it was always around, and it was always something that was my goal. It was my end goal. Like, I'm skinny and I want to do death matches, so I'm not going to get signed. I'm not going to get on TV. I already, like, was accepting that, but I was like, well, my WrestleMania would be TOS. Like, my WrestleMania would be like the main event of Homecoming or something like that. So that was always like something that I wanted to get towards. I don't know if it's GCW found me, but I went to a GCW show in 2022, got on, did a scramble, and then I didn't really hear back. So at the beginning of this year, I said, I'm going to go to every GCW show, and if I am not on at least 3 shows by Vegas, then maybe it's just not meant to be. And I went to the Berwyn show, got on, and then he booked me in Kansas for the tag match with me and Gary versus Manders and Shire, and I've been booked ever since. I don't think there has been really, like, maybe 5 tops GCW shows this year that I haven't been on, and that's fucking sick.
Hell yeah. That's kind of how you ended up landing on here. Is we were talking back and forth, and I'm like, dude's put his time in. I think it's time we got to talk over here, you know?
Hell yeah.
For your newer fans, could you name a GCW match that you're proud of?
Me and Joey Janela in Phoenix. Mainly because Joey, I think we were like fourth or fifth match. He didn't get there till third. So it was very small talk to put it together. And then we went out and did it. And I think that's like my best match that I've ever had. And it was a match that meant a lot to me. And it was a match in a time where I really like needed it. So that's definitely the match that I'm most proud of.
Well, I mean, I was looking back at your situation, and I'm like, he was really wondering, is he going to be a GCW guy? And it's like, I don't know if you want to kind of be that at the same time. But I looked at your schedule in the last 7 months. Let's see here. We're looking at 24 appearances, 4 chances at the UV championship, 1 shot at the tag team championship. Brett has booked you in New Jersey 5 times, Illinois 3 times, Ohio twice, Kansas, Nevada, Michigan, Indiana, California, Arizona, New York, Connecticut, and New Hampshire. I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. You're an Anarchy guy. I respect that too. But to those who know your GCW work, I can definitely tell you here, you're family, man. Like,
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ultimately what I want, but I still feel like I'm glad you say that because I don't feel like I can. I feel like other people have to say that in order for it to like be true.
Well, between here and the audio stuff, we're looking at about 2,000 people a week. And I've got DMs every morning coming through, and people were so happy to see that you were coming on. And
that's really cool.
You have some great love from the fans. I don't have a better way to put it. It's just overwhelmingly there's messages that come through. I got one here. It's telling you right there. You're adorable. We got people.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to keep those down to a minimum, but yeah, people are saying all kinds of stuff. I'm just trying to work their questions in as we go.
For sure. Yeah. I really appreciate it. Like to everybody. Cause like the support is really sick. And sometimes I have to focus on the positives more. And I've done a lot of really cool things. I've had a lot of people say a lot of really cool things to me, like in person and like online and stuff. So yeah, all the support is super appreciated, even though it is weird to take it. And I don't think I respond to it in the best way, but it definitely makes me feel really good.
Yeah, we had a couple other questions here. Oh, well, we already saw one of the fans are talking about starting a petition. They want to see Unsigned and Don't Care versus the Hardys. So there you go. Maybe that's
that'd be wild.
Oh my good. Here's a good one from one of our good listeners here. Hey, Anakin, what emo bands have you seen in concert?
So I've only been to 2 concerts my entire life. One was My Chemical Romance, obviously, and then the other was Joyce Manor. So those were the 2 bands that I've seen.
So is that how you got to Helena or no?
Yeah. I've always liked MCR, but I was kind of just listening to Helena and I was like, I think everybody knows this, and I really wanted a song that people would sing to. So I was like, man, this might work. And I've been really lucky because people have sung to it for fucking years. That's wild.
There's messages coming in. There's another one saying your family. We got STL getting shouted out in here. Anakin's very wise for his age, just like a Jedi. Anakin deserves all the love. I've told Anakin how cute he is to his face, and I will again, because why not? Shoot your shot. There you go. Reed's horn dogging it. It says, yo, I've seen Joyce Manor like 7 times. That is awesome.
Dude,
so there we go.
Joyce Manor was so sick. They were so sick.
Okay, so how has your back to some more serious stuff here? How has your in-ring character or style evolved over the years? Or have you just found yourself refining what you've had?
I have gotten away from trying to be like this cool striker, and I have definitely played more to like my size with things, and I've realized that I do a really good job at getting beat up. So I feel like if I get beaten up and get my head fucking stomped on, or I go through like all these panes of glass and I kick out, that'll do way more for me than hitting cool moves. So that's how it's kind of evolved into where it is now, where I feel like my bread and butter is selling and like being resilient. I do have an insane high pain tolerance, so I'm lucky for that, even though it still hurts. But
one of the fans are laughing because I call him a horn dog. Sorry.
Hell yeah.
Had to get that in. Horn dogs, hell yeah. All right. Let's take Gary out for a second. Who in the GCW locker room besides him has brought out the most in you out in that ring?
Joey Janela, for sure. Slade is a fucking maniac when the bell rings, in the best way. I would say Slade, definitely Otis Kogar too.
Now, just for fun, anyone in GCW you'd like to call out right now to wrestle?
Well, I was supposed to wrestle Drew Parker at the Emo Fight show last year, and that is the one match that I'm like, as soon as he's back in the States, I don't like publicly begging for matches, but I'm publicly begging for that one. I'm fucking talking to whoever I can about that one. I feel like that match needs to happen. But on the who's in the States, I think definitely Bear Bronson and I would have a sick match.
I was gonna say something, damn, and I forgot what I was gonna. It'll come back to me. It was so important, I lost it.
Damn.
Okay, so yeah, no. I get into what you're saying, and then the thought goes, boop. So, we all get that at times. February 25th, 2021, Quick's Skating Rink in Anna, Illinois. Fight Underground Division. You wrestled Gary J for the first time in your career. Now, if you could you talk to us about Gary, what he means to you, and what he's doing to have you grow in your career?
I feel like, and he probably won't agree with this, without Gary, I would not have any of this success at all. Of course, I've done the work, I've done the drives, I've had the matches, but if it wasn't for Gary just being like a brother to me and somebody who helped me when he didn't need to, a lot of this would not be happening. He's legit, I don't talk to a lot of people every day. He is among the people that I talk to every day. I just love him a lot, and he deserves all the success and all the praise that he's getting, especially in GCW, because he's the fucking man, and there's a reason why he's one of the best in the world. And whenever he says that, he's not lying. He's not trying to be all egotistical. He is one of the best in the world, and all you have to do is ring the bell, and he'll prove it. Are you saying something? I cannot hear you.
Sorry there, bud. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
No.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
You're all good.
No. I got muted on that one here. So Gary was on last week, and at the end of the show, I said, hey, do you have maybe a fun question or two for Anakin? He gave me two. I'll give you the second one later, but here's the first one. Okay. Gary J would like to know, why did you drop Gary on that dive?
I did drop Gary crazy on that dive. The first match we ever had, I just dropped him, and there was no excuse. I just fucking dropped him, and I didn't mean to, but I was so scared that he was going to beat the shit out of me after that, but he didn't. But there's no reason why I dropped Gary. I guess because I wanted to. I was nervous.
I get it. It's just he laughed. His eyes lit up when I told him, can you think of a question? And he was like, that's a good one right there.
Age-old question.
Okay, so then you've been doing deathmatch a year and a half, 2 years now. Does that sound about right?
Okay, yeah, I'd say so.
Like a lot of wrestlers, Murdoch, Tremont, and others inspired you. Was there a match that you watched and you're like, yep, I should probably try being a death matcher? Was that back in the Foley days, or where are we going for you to find that match?
It was it's kind of a deep cut one for whatever reason, but it was John Moxley and Brain Damage at Tournament of Death. I don't remember which year, but they had the kitchen death match, and for whatever reason, I was like, well, fuck, I can do this. I want to get punched in the face by Brain Damage. I want to get a thumbtack cake thrown in my face. For whatever reason, it was that match that I was like, oh, that'd be sick to do. And it sent me on this train of death matches. That's where I found Tremont, like fell in love with Tremont, fell in love with John Wayne Murdoch, fell in love with like Marcus Crane. Absolutely Marcus Crane. If there's any like dream match I could have where I can bring someone back from the dead or like from retirement, it would be him. So yeah.
All right. So do you want to get surprised with the watch along that I had for you here?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. So here's what's going on. Generally, when we have someone come on, I just say, hey, is there a match that you're proud of that you'd like to show? And we could talk through it. Anakin said, you know what? Let's throw it to the people. So we came up with Anakin Murphy versus John Wayne Murdoch. This was the main event at Gateway to the Death 3. Pop's Nightclub, Sauget, Illinois. This was May 16th of 2016. That does not sound right on the date. That should have been 2026. Right there. That's a finger key problem. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this up real quick. I hope you can see this. I know it's not going to be easy, but let's see here. Show on stage. Let's get that up. There we go. Okay, let's turn that off. Okay, here. So let me try to get this. Are you able to see that at least a little bit?
Yeah, I just have to do. It won't be nice for the viewers to look at me. They're going to see my forehead, but that's all right.
That's okay. Let me get this little thing down.
I was so fucking nervous.
Well, this is one of your guys you look up, like one of the reasons why you do this shit.
Yeah, in the main event in my like hometown.
I love when he says fucking death match.
I should have taken off my shirt. That's one regret I have about this match. I should have went with it shirtless, but that's all
right. You wanted to be ridden by the deathmatch community, you know?
I guess.
Yeah. Now, are there any like superstitions or rituals you go to before you get out in the ring?
No, I tell myself this is my last match and I'm gonna quit. I just tell myself like, all right, you know what? This is my last match. Like after this, I'm gonna be done and it's gonna be all right. And it kind of calms my nerves down, and then it also like makes me, I feel like, try to go out there harder because I'm like, well, what if it is my last match? So I just kind of tell myself it's my last one.
That death stare you just gave John. And so now, when does the adrenaline hit you?
I don't know, somewhere mid match, or usually in my entrance, and then I have to like come down from it. But usually in my in my entrance or somewhere in the middle.
Have you blown yourself up on your own entrance?
No, I have not. I'm not trying to say this. I do not get blown up very often.
I was going to say you probably have pretty good cardio.
I would like to think I do. I've been told that I do. So I think it's more so just like pacing of matches that help with cardio. I think people just have to learn to like pace things a little bit better if they have a blown up problem.
You know, so there's the Anakin chant. When the crowd's out there supporting you, is there a certain chant or something that you like to hear more than another?
Anything involving twink, like twink, twink, or that's our twink. I like that a lot.
Okay, so I'm hoping some of the nerves are down a little here, but how are you feeling right now at this point? You're trying to play it cool, but nerves still?
I think the nerves, like whenever I wrestle, at least the nerves go away as soon as like I hit the curtain. So I feel like I'm just thinking about everything that we're trying to do, and I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anything, or I have to make sure I hit this right because that's how I want it to look or whatever. Like my mind just goes like a million miles a minute, or I'm not thinking of anything at all, and I'm just kind of waiting.
Oh man, he kept going back to that headlock. I like that.
I don't know if it's going to be.
He's so sick. I think John is.
We'll see. I mean, both of these
like. I think people kind of look at him as just a deathmatch guy, but he really like isn't. Like,
really got the worst of it.
Did you see that video of him practicing that backflip?
I did.
Hell yes, John. Get it.
Through the ringer against Matt Tremont, and then John Wayne Murdoch against.
So, I mean, you're not the smallest guy. No shit. I mean, people go, oh, he's skinny, but you're not the smallest guy. Do you actually like a guy who's smaller, equal, or like larger size in the ring against you?
It has its advantages and disadvantages, I think. bigger people means like it'll be like an easier, like more, I guess, the crowd will eat it up more. But I think if it's a smaller guy, then it'll be, what's the word? Like, I'll be able to show a bit more like cool moves that I do, or like maybe we can tell a similar story where I'm the aggressor, maybe, or I'm the more aggressive one for once. So it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Get away from this glass and all this, and Anakin diving right back in.
Not much like we've been talking about all night here.
Love it.
I mean, this event is called Gateway to the Death for a reason. Deathmatch season is upon us. And Anakin.
Okay, so I figure
his participation.
I'll just ask you. I already know the answer. John's probably one of the safest deathmatch workers you could be in there with, isn't he?
Oh yeah, like he is like. There's a big reason why people have their first death match with him.
I mean, couldn't even imagine.
What's the worst bump you've taken so far in deathmatch?
Probably the Razor's Edge out of the ring through like a door and light tube cabin that I took at the time ICW because I hit their. Danny threw me a little far, and I hit the wall, and it knocked me out. So it was a little scary. I don't remember. I've told this a lot of times, I think, but from the time he lifted me up to the time when I got in the shower the next morning, I have no memory.
Oh, shit. I hate that. I hate hearing that, too. That sucks.
But it added to the match. And I think it was well worth the concussion that I got.
What's the deepest cut that's taken the longest to heal so far?
I had a cut on my back from a match with Dr. Redacted where he gave me a DVD onto these light tubes, and one of them just got me, and it was very deep. Like I was told to go get stitches, or else I was going to get infected. I'm a very stubborn man, so I said I did not want to go to the hospital. So they glued it up and then put these like these stitches that like zip tie, I guess. So it didn't get infected. I was fine.
Was that at COS?
That was at ICW in February of this year.
Okay.
If he is, he's going to have an answer quick.
TOS, I just wrestled Vipers.
Oh, geez, John. You're right. Not
even 24 hours ago.
Okay, so a year and a half to 2 years in now, is there a weapon you feel like you're better with than others?
I mean, brother.
Like, are you good with glass or?
In terms of like taking it or giving it?
When it comes to giving it, do you feel you're fairly safe with, say, tubes or chairs?
I feel like with glass, I feel like with like most things I'm pretty safe with. I feel like glass looks better. I'm not the strongest man, so me swinging a chair doesn't ever look very good in my opinion. Me throwing it looks fine, but I don't think me swinging it looks very good. But yeah, I would say glass is probably the one that is, I think, I'm pretty confident in that I'll always take care of somebody.
I keep wanting to talk to you, but then I keep wanting to watch this match. Wow, somebody actually brought a framed glass pane.
Yes, and I was a silly one that went, yeah, that'll be fine.
Take him over the hip. Both men putting the brakes on.
Yeah, it was it's kind of funny, but I was looking at the Janela match, and then when I'm going through all your notes, I'm like, he's a Murdoch guy. And then I saw this Murdoch match, and it was a main event. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, this is the one.
Hell yeah.
All that glass in the back of Anakin.
This is funny because he like goes to pin me, and I kick out, and then I go to like get up, and then Recon is like, stay exactly where you are. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Let's take another look at this.
Boom.
Light suplex.
Who are you talking to there?
I think someone just said a shitty comment, and I
one of those.
I just bark back because that's what I do. I don't ignore it, even though I should.
Swinging with both arms. Now a handful of junk.
As long as it doesn't affect the performance, right?
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah,
Except
I mean,
it did,
if you leave the ring to talk to the guy, that's affecting the performance. If you tell him to fuck off, that's an enhancer.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's a match enhancer.
But Murdoch kicks out.
I do got to get a little better understanding that people are just going to have opinions, and I'm somebody that it's not an easy thing to like a wrestler like me, and that's fine.
You know, that's okay. And every individual goes through it. Your confidence generally replaces that upset or anger over time.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It's like knowing that you're so damn good at something. Instead of walking into a room and wondering who likes you, you walk into a room and wondering, should you like them?
Yeah, there's a lot of times where my music is about to hit and I'm like, I'm going to get fucking booed out of this goddamn building. This is going to suck. But usually I'm wrong. But still, sometimes I get a little sensitive whenever I shouldn't.
One of our listeners said, if you can hang with John Wayne Murdoch in a death match, you know you've made it.
Well, here I am grabbing his dick.
By all means necessary, man. By all means necessary.
Kick to Anakin.
Sidewalk slam. Real quick.
There you go. Middle finger to John's face.
Hell yeah.
Fuck you, man.
It's not just a fancy moniker.
I wish John worked the crowd more. He's so good at it.
Currently says he hates himself and would like to die.
You know, he wrestles like he's comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As much as you can for being shot out of a cannon, he's comfortable.
Yeah. His pain tolerance is insane.
There goes some tubes being introduced. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Shout out Ron Propeel.
Venue wise, how do you like this place?
Pops is cool.
How's this gonna work?
Like the area around it is not great, but Pops itself is cool.
Yeah, I know Murdoch's got a plan, but
so where do you like that GCW's been?
I think a lot of all the venues have been great. I love Atlantic City. I love the boardwalk. I genuinely love the boardwalk. The ballpark in New York was sick. That was a really cool area. I love the Indianapolis Fountain Square. I really like that area.
That's the park, right? No. I know where you're talking. Yeah, I was confusing it with the park that they used in Indianapolis during COVID.
Oh yeah, no. Fountain Square is like the like a downtown Indianapolis area. I don't know if it's exactly downtown, but yeah, those areas I really like that GCW has ran out of, especially Atlantic City.
But Murdoch, he says no way.
Murdoch completely no. We got to be somewhere towards the end here, I'm thinking. I want to give credit to Max Recon for keeping it fucking safe in there. Like anything that's a chunk of tube, he's getting that shit out of there quick.
Yeah, the refs at GCW were fucking pros. Like him, Adam, Perch, Scarlett, especially Scarlett. They're very good at that.
Nice people too, man. Nice as can be.
Yeah, I love being around them.
Let's take another look at this sick kick there from Murdoch.
Especially Recon. Another thing that made me feel really good, because after the TOS, I keep saying it, but after TOS, I was not in a good headspace. But then Recon ref that match, or if he didn't ref it, I don't think he may have not refed it. But he was there regardless. And then the reaction I got was sick. And then whenever I came back, he was like, hey, man, I usually don't get like this. But as soon as I heard them sing your song, I got teary-eyed. I started crying because I knew how much it meant to you. And I'm like, yeah, that is really cool.
That's a good dude.
And now Murdoch, he's looking for a brainbuster through the open.
Missed the fucking chair.
Fuck. So you turn around and you go, shit, we missed it, you know? Murdoch's
well, I didn't know he missed it. I was like,
oh, you
okay,
didn't?
Cool. No, I couldn't see. I assumed he just didn't smush it.
Yeah.
You land on just a little bit of the corner
I see what you're saying. Yeah, taking the shirt off would have been a good one here.
Yeah, it would have added to it a little bit more, I think. But that's okay. I still think the match is cool. I still like this match a lot. This is my favorite death match that I've ever had.
You let me choose, bro. I'm like, this one. This is the one that I've seen of yours. I'm like, this one really. This one did it. Oh, that door looks thick.
Maybe the thickest of the night.
Yeah.
We've had some thick ones.
A sturdy.
Cisco, thick.
Head kick.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Uh-oh.
Now we're back.
The video just stopped for a second there. Funny.
That buzzsaw.
Hopefully more than lint out of the hand, because, well, the Duke's bled way more out than I realized. You see another cut, maybe the back of the head.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Back of the head, top of the head. The cranium split. And meanwhile, we got this low ramp situation in the corner.
Oh, come on, John.
Another two bundle being utilized that time by the American Deathmatch ace himself.
The footing again becoming.
That's just such a weird angle for that door.
Yeah.
Oh, he's thinking brainbuster.
Yeah. Oh my God, man! What a fucking move.
We redid that spot in a match we had after this in Chicago.
Wow.
Oh, that fucking door just exploded.
Oh, pile driver.
Jack style.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, if that brainbuster. I'm.
Yeah, you couldn't give up yet.
I mean, how much trauma to the head and neck?
I think, I don't know for sure, but I think right there I was like, should I kick out at 1? But I was like, no, this is a pile driver. I'm gonna kick out at a late 2.
Yeah.
The pile driver. Yeah.
Anakin. Big swing of momentum and now
Boom.
big swing of two.
Boom.
Oh, this is flying now.
I feel like these tubes were like, I had to go searching for all of them. They were all across the ring. Like none of them were close.
Yeah, like
That's
2
right.
here, 2 there.
Almost like a reverse of what
That was a good throw.
Night. John Wayne Murdoch, remember, he started throwing all those tubes at Slade. Anakin, he must have been paying attention somehow, some way, even after that match with Matt Tremo.
Any tube he could get his hands on.
Yeah, they definitely made you walk around to get them.
That's all right. Still worked out.
Well, that cut on the top of his head.
Murdoch getting a little taste of his
He was
You think that was a stitch or two? Or nah?
No, not at all.
Trying to get his footing right here. Said, forget the top rope. I'm just going to jump on the back of your head. And he did it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So sick.
Are you sure that's 3? I get 3.
I'll tell you what, this next generation, man, they're stepping up.
Hell yeah. Stole the fucking, are you sure that's 3 from Ilya Dragunov? He did it whenever he won the NXT title, and I think it's a really cool little thing that not a lot of people really do.
I mean, we've been hearing the talk, the buzz online. People have been talking about the new generation.
The new generation, yep.
Wrestling all up and down the card, but perhaps the brightest spot of the new generation is this new deathmatch group. I mean, Viper.
Yeah, you have a rally behind, like a rally behind me feel to you, and I think that does something.
I hope.
There you
And
go.
that was cool. Right here, he shook my hand, and I went, "Do you want to kiss?" And then he shook his head and then smiled. And then while we kissed while that graphic was playing. There it is.
There you go. There it was. Oh, that was cool. Let me go ahead and get this back up. Boom. And this goes here. There we go. All right. Yeah, man, that was one of the ones I just had to talk. I just had you have us kind of talk us through just a little bit because that was one of your guys. And I'm like, okay, I wanted to hear, just what made it special. And yeah, man, I want to see you guys run it back now that you've had a chance to just try how each other dances,
Yeah, I definitely, we had a rematch at Bloodstone Wrestling in Chicago, but I would like to have it at GCW.
GCW. No, it has to happen on the big stage. You know what I mean? Okay. Any deathmatch wrestlers on your radar right now? Any company, anywhere?
Bear Bronson that I mentioned earlier. I think me and Slade would be interesting. Given that I have a death wish and he just likes to kill people. I think Sean Campbell is somebody who doesn't get talked about enough at all, especially in death matches, and he's somebody that I really like for like GCW to bring in at one point. So those are like I think the three main people that I am gravitating towards in terms of death matches.
Now, one of our listeners was asking, does it feel good being called the newest generation?
Yeah, it does. It's also like a lot to live up to. So I hope that I'm continuing to just live up to it.
It's usually good for bookings if they call you the new generation, because that means some more is coming for you. We had another person here. Mal had said you versus Charles Mason would be a killer match.
I think that'd be sick. I like he's creepy, but I like him.
Another fan said Sean had a couple haters in NHB, but that would be a sick match between you two.
Yeah, I think Sean would be a good fit in the GCW deathmatch scene.
One of our listeners also said you were the reason she got into deathmatch wrestling, so thank you.
Hell yeah, that's really sick.
Honestly, until I was going back through the interviews, I didn't know that you were gonna pretty much stop deathmatch wrestling after TOS.
Yeah, I wanted
what was
TOS
making you want to stop?
The hurt that it was taking on my body, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anybody because I wanted it to I want TOS, like the main three things I wanted to do when I got in the death matches was be in a major tournament, have a death match in GCW, and then wrestle Tremont and Murdoch. And I got all of those things. So I was like, okay, well, I don't have to do these anymore. I don't have to keep, wrecking my body because there's a lot on my body. And doing death matches is whatever, but then afterwards is the worst part. The shower, picking glass out of you 2 weeks, and then afterwards, that's the worst part. But obviously, my last death match didn't go the way I wanted it to, so I said, okay, maybe I feel like everything happens for a reason. So maybe that didn't go well for a reason. Maybe I should keep doing this. So I'm going to keep doing death matches until I feel like, okay, I've had enough. I think I made a good legacy. Maybe my legacy is to be a deathmatch wrestler, which I'm okay with. So let's have a lot more in me, which I'll have one on Saturday.
We had another listener here that was just asking about your favorite match of your career and one dream match that you haven't had yet.
Favorite match of my career is me and Joey Genoa in Phoenix. It was GCW. What was that show name? It was in Phoenix. It was at the end of June. It's a very fucking sick match. I love it. Dream match. I mean, I already got my dream match with Matt Tremont in Detroit, but if I had to pick another one that is a little obtainable, because the obvious CM Punk is the obvious answer, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think wrestling Gary in GCW would be the next dream, having a singles match with Gary in GCW.
Would you guys do go ultra violent?
Maybe that's just
so I almost think it'd be better not to and let you guys just do some hardcore, because I feel like it would take away from what you two actually could do in ring outside of shit.
Yeah, I agree with that. Maybe we just do hardcore. I don't think we need to be ultra violent in that one, because that's being ultra violent. Gary has dabbled in it, but it's not really his thing as much as it is mine. So hardcore would be the middle ground of it.
Okay, we're an hour and 8 minutes in. Do you need, or would you like to take a 3-minute break before we get into the second half? Are you doing good?
No, I'm all good.
Fuck yeah, let's rock and roll. Okay. Here we go, Anakin. You got to travel 12 hours on the road to get to the next show. What's in your bag besides your gear?
My phone charger. I actually have a bag that I take with me everywhere. And it has a little memoirs in it. My wallet. I always keep Pepto on me because as a kid I would have really bad stomach aches, and I still think that I'm gonna have a bad stomach ache even though I really haven't in a long time. So I always keep Pepto on me.
Mm-hmm.
Gum, deodorant, a hairbrush, and hair ties, and that's about it.
Bro, me and Gary were talking about that luscious fucking hair you have.
It's the best part about me. Everyone is like, "Oh, why are you crossing your arms and double blocking on fucking light tubes?" Because it's killing my hair, and I don't want to lose my hair. That's why I'm doing that, and I'm going to continue to do that because I like my hair way more than I like anything else in my whole life, except for like my girlfriend and my family.
There you go. Do you have a particular cologne or body spray you like to use?
No, I just shower and wear deodorant.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really like a cologne person.
Now, when it's you and Gary, who's usually driving?
Me.
Yeah, you're the driver. You're the guy with the car.
It's usually me.
Okay. Handling the drinking and eating situation. Are you the type that likes to pack food from home and take it with you to save money?
No, I definitely am more of a let's just get food here kind of person.
So I mean, like, let's just say you fire up the car, you're hitting the road at 6 a.m. for 6 p.m. later that night. You hit the gas station. What are you grabbing from there?
A water, usually like a body armor water or one of those like ice mountain waters. I get an Alani, usually strawberry sunrise. Witch's Brew is coming, so that's gonna be definitely one that I get. I've been loving the pink slush and cotton candy ones though. I always get gummy bears or sour neon gummy worms, and usually I try to get like a fun drink, so it's a soda that isn't like the branded sodas. I try to look for like other sodas that like, oh, I don't see Vests very often, or I don't see Route 66 grape very often, so I usually try to get that. So that's about what I get.
Okay, so fast food. Where's somewhere you don't like and somewhere you do like?
I'm a big fan of Chick-fil-A, even though I do not agree with who they donate to. Big fan of Chick-fil-A. So I would take those for one of my favorites. And one of the worst, I hate Taco Bell, and that surprises a lot of people. I don't like Taco Bell at all, but I'm also really picky, and I found out that I have like this anxiety disorder with food as well that I didn't know I had, but I've definitely had it for all my life. So I finally have an excuse other than I'm picky. So
is it because your stomach, you're just thinking, I don't want to eat that because it could fuck me up kind of thing?
it's like, so it's called like it's like avoidant restrictive like food intake disorder, I think is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically like it's either an anxiety issue or a sensory issue or like a texture, or I guess that is sensory, but like what it's going to do to my body kind of issue. For me,
Yeah.
it is anxiety. Like I just have really like weird, like if it's a new food or a food I'm not comfy with, I just won't fuck with it at all. Won't even try it. And if I get pushed to try it, it'll take me away from it even more. So it might be a sensory thing too, but I think it's mainly anxiety.
Yeah, you got someone in chat here saying no shame in being picky. Got to take care of yourself, right?
I agree, but the amount of times I get pizza with no tomato sauce and people laugh at me, it's silly as hell.
So you'll basically just tell them no sauce, bread, cheese kind of thing and toppings.
Yeah, I have a pizza waiting for me that is, I usually get no sauce or I get Alfredo sauce. Some people do like a garlic or oil base. I usually get that too. Alfredo sauce is sick. I usually get that, but sometimes I just get no sauce.
So would you rather have a personal trainer or a personal chef?
I think trainer, because as a small guy, it is very hard to get bigger. And I have worked out before, regardless of what people may say. I don't do it consistently, but there is things that I still do that is like, I guess, exercising or working out in a way. But I feel like I never do it right. And I've never invested in a personal trainer, but I feel like one that would be free would be sick.
Do you do any meal prep at all?
I do not.
You have a pizza waiting on you though. That's prepped.
I guess that's prep. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
this Papa John's in the house.
Oh hell yeah! Do you eat the pepper that comes with the pizza?
I do not.
Oh,
I do
fuck.
not.
Throw it over this way.
I used to work at a Papa John's though, and I would always put extra ones in people's boxes just to be nice.
So you're that dude, huh?
I am. If you got one in St. Louis, it's probably me.
No shit. Okay. Yeah, I've always been trying to meet you and the extra chicken nugget guy at McDonald's, because around here we got an extra chicken nugget guy. He's
Hell yeah.
I don't know who he is, but hats off to them, man. Fat people everywhere love him. If someone's riding with you and you got 12 hours, man, what are 5 artists that they are gonna definitely be hearing in an Anakin ride?
Title Fight, Joyce Manor, My Chemical Romance. Lately, it's been Asking Alexandria.
Oh,
and a band called Trash from Springfield, Missouri. They're a bit like smaller, but I love them.
do you listen to any podcasts or wrestling podcasts on the road?
I do whenever I'm by myself, because I like if I'm with people, I like to talk to people. Like that's my podcast. I don't like to have my music or a podcast really loud.
Yeah.
I listen to sometimes this one, Deadlock. That's the one I usually listen to because it makes me laugh really hard. And like if I'm driving late at night and I'm falling asleep, that'll keep me awake because I keep laughing. And once or twice a year, I always listen to the CM Punk Art of Wrestling podcast because like for whatever reason, every year I take something from it that like relates to me somehow, and it's always something new, or there's something new that I understand a lot better now. So I did that actually like a couple weeks ago. I listened to it all the way through, and it was like, there's a lot of things in this podcast that I like really fucking see now and I really agree with, and da 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 da. Nothing like no one's treating me like they treated CM Punk, but like other things around it, like little tiny things. But those are like the bulk of podcasts that I listen to.
Well, thanks for listening to us, man. I don't think you'll learn too much from us, but you know what I mean? It's appreciated either way. We do have love. We have love.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I really like this podcast because of how much it seems like you guys care. And from the questions that you're giving me, like it's all things that I've never been asked before. And that's what a lot of wrestlers want in a podcast now.
Trying, man. Trying. Some people who've watched a lot of mine do see I have a little bit of a formula, but I do definitely try to mix some things around here. One of my newer questions that I love asking people, since you've traveled so much, is there ever been a place in the middle of the night or somewhere like a gas station or somewhere it's just been sketchy as shit? You just want to do whatever you need to do, get the hell out of there?
Yeah, I don't really have like a story or a specific one, but there's definitely been some. I just always like, I'm not really afraid of people much. So if someone's sketchy, I'm just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, you can go be sketchy over there. I'm going to get this Dr. Pepper and get on my way.
Right.
So I'm not really afraid of people like that if they're sketchy, unless they are like creating a problem at me, then I'll probably get scared. But
well, that's confidence. That's confidence in yourself, though. You have confidence that person is not going to give you any trouble whatsoever because you're capable of taking care of yourself, right?
No, I can't fight. So if we got into a fight, they would win. I think it's just more so I mind my business.
Yeah.
So people may like look at it like, he's just trying to get his stuff and get out of here. I'm not gonna mess with him.
So do you ever end up finding yourself working out on the road while you're traveling or nah? Oop, we may have had another hiccup here. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yep. You said, do you ever find yourself, and then it cut.
Oh yeah. Did you ever find yourself working out on the road, or do you kind of do that in your home area more than anything?
I do that in my home area, and especially if I have time. So I have not had time in the last month or so. So
what you listening to? What you listening to when you're working out?
Just usually like what I listen to in general. So like the bands that I mentioned are usually the ones that I just listen to.
Okay. So, I mean, you're like, all right, I'm going to hit it here and just let it roll.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sweet. In your travels, have you fallen in love with any part of the country or world you'd maybe think about moving to?
I've almost moved to Chattanooga, Tennessee 4 separate times. So that is the one place that I always like. It is the only place that I travel to, and I don't want to leave. I get sad that the show is over. Like I just want the show to keep going, so I have more reason to stay there. Especially like SCI weekend was not too long ago, and it came time to leave, and I was crying because I didn't want. I just didn't want to leave. I live in Chicago now, but as soon as I have the means, I am moving back to St. Louis because I do not like Chicago at all, and I feel like St. Louis is really my home, and I really miss that too. So St. Louis and Chattanooga are like the main areas that I just up and down love, and I could spend the rest of my life in both of those places.
I mean, was Chicago personal or just professional? You wanted to be near more work? And you don't have to say if it's personal because I don't like doing personal.
It's fine. So my girlfriend is Davina Thorin, and she is a wrestler as well. And I moved here mainly for her, but I also I think convinced myself that I needed to change. And like maybe I did need a change. Maybe I did want like a change of scenery. But when I moved here, I very quickly realized that I do not like the people. The wrestling scene is okay in some places, but it's not as supportive and not as, in my opinion, uh, friendly as St. Louis was. Chicago is a lot more cliquey in terms of the wrestling scene, and I can say that because I have said it to all of them. So I just feel like St. Louis is where I belong, and I am away from somewhere where I belong. Which is not, it's not Davina's fault because I love her very much, and I don't regret moving here because, like I said, I think everything happens for a reason. So I don't have very many regrets in my life. But there's definitely some things I like about Chicago, but it's just not home. It's just a place that I live.
I respect that. I respect that a lot. Now have traveling somewhere made you like try a new food? Like, has there been a place you went that you're like, oh yeah, we get to go back to this city because they have good, whatever it is. Are you one of those types?
A little bit. Whenever I first started going to Tennessee a lot, I wasn't really big onto like sauce or anything like that, especially like on like chicken. I mainly eat chicken as meat. So whenever I go to Tennessee and I would try Nashville hot chicken, I really liked it. And then they're like, oh, it's really good in ranch. Now I fucking love ranch. So there's about one new thing a year that I'll eat. Like right now, I think the newest thing was like I don't think it's orange chicken, but like some kind of like Asian sauced chicken. I don't know the name of it. I know the place that I had it, but I don't know the name of it. But it was like Asian seasoned or like marinated or sauced or whatever, and I really liked it.
So I was told I've talked to so many people about this. I've heard from so many that a lot of the items that people like now were probably like mistakes. Like one guy was like, well, I like banana peppers. I'm like, well, how did you learn to like banana peppers? He's like, well, I had a friend who just kept ordering it on pizza and eventually I liked it. Now I love it. So like accidents happen and you're like, oh shit, that was good.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I've had a moment like that because I'm very like, what's on this kind of thing. But
yeah.
I'm very like particular about everything involving food, which is fine. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just kind of how I live.
Hey, maybe your body knows you and you know your body. Nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
So then what's the coolest wrestling related item you own?
A fan. I think all the wrestling items that I own are Anakin Murphy-esque. I don't really own anything like other than Anakin Murphy things in terms of wrestling. But a fan made me like this little like statue of me, and it is fucking awesome. They gave it to me at TOS. I wish I remember their name. I have them on Instagram. I think I follow them. I hope I do. But they made me that statue, and I have it, and it's one of my prized possessions. Like if a house catches on fire, I'm grabbing my girlfriend, my cat, the TOS poster, and that.
Oh man. Okay, then who's the most famous wrestler you've met, and is there a story behind it?
I guess famous would be Jeff Hardy. But I think the one where I was like, holy shit, you're in front of me right now was Chris Hero. I met him at a West Coast Pro show in Vegas this past year. And I've always fucking loved his work. I think Chris Hero is like, he should be talked about in terms of like best of all time. Like he should be talked about more. But I went up to him like, hey man, I'm Anakin. Nice to meet you. And he goes, oh, I already know you. And I was like, no fucking way. You already know who I am. So that was a crazy cool moment for me. And it also made me feel like, oh, maybe I am doing something good in wrestling, and maybe I am getting more attention than I thought, because Chris Hero knows who I am, and I guess he has seen me take these really silly bumps and shake his head, but he knows who I am. So
a lot of people watch GCW that don't talk about it publicly.
Yeah,
I can assure you of that.
And I feel like sometimes I don't realize how big the internet is, and I don't realize that if something gets X amount of thousand of views, that really a lot of people are seeing it. So I also feel like I have imposter syndrome really bad. I feel like I do not feel like I belong most places, and maybe that's why things are a bit detrimental to me, or maybe that's why some things go wrong, because I just have no confidence in it. And I'm not trying to like say that as in like I want you to tell me that I'm good, because I don't want you to tell me that. I would like to believe it one day, because no matter what people tell me, you're sick, you're great, and I'm still like, yeah, I'm all right. I can do this better, which I guess is also a good thing, to be humble.
Yes.
So
being humble is super important.
Maybe it's a good thing to always be on my toes and be like, I have to do good at this. Maybe it's a good thing to not be like, oh yeah, I got it.
The lazy worm gets eaten.
Yeah, for sure.
What's been the craziest thing a fan has done to get your attention? I'm almost scared to ask. Or have you been pretty good with the crazy fans?
I've been pretty good.
Yeah.
I've been pretty good. I've gotten a couple like weird comments in the DMs and like to my face from fans, but nothing like crazy. No one's shown up at my house. No one's gotten my phone number. So I don't really have anything crazy. I guess like I've had like weird comments or oh wow, okay kind of comments like said to me.
Weird.
Which is also like, you know, that's fine if people want to feel flirtatious or like just want to say weird things, that's fine. I will, unless as long as it's not like disrespectful or overstepping a certain line or making me uncomfortable, then it's fine. And I think it takes a lot for me to get those feelings.
So I have to ask you then, when it comes to wrestling deep dives, is there like a specific wrestler style, tag team, stable, era promotion you're looking at right now just for fun?
I have not watched wrestling to like just watch in a while, because I've been so busy, but anytime I have the chance to watch Daniel Makabe or any like pure wrestling, I just fucking love it. I love it. I love Daniel Makabe. I do not chain in matches, but I chain a lot at training, and a lot of people are like, you should definitely do this more in matches. Like I train with Isaiah Velasquez and Kylie Ray, and one time I was chaining around with somebody, and Kylie Ray was like, hey, please don't take it disrespectfully, but I did not know you can chain like that. Which I took a little disrespectfully. But again, I was like, it is a compliment. And Kylie's the sweetest human I've ever met in my life. So I know she didn't mean anything malicious, but I can chain around, I guess. I guess maybe I should show that more in matches. Maybe people would stop saying that I'm untrained.
Yeah, I think you should pull it out. If you're capable of it, why hold it back? Especially at the GCW level, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, really, and I tell a lot of the guys this when they come on here. Every single show you're on here is a tryout. WWE is watching. AEW is watching every show. Guaranteed that.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything is truly a tryout. Fucking balls to the wall, Anakin. You know what I mean? For sure.
maybe not this weekend, but maybe some other GCW weekend. I'll bust some stuff out.
Yeah. I mean, give it a little time. Think about it. Be like, oh, I'd like to try this, and this. A well thought out plan can really be something special. If you really put your ass behind it. What's been the best storyline you've been a part of that you really enjoyed?
Man, okay, so there's a storyline that I've been a part of that we didn't see the payoff to because the payoff got fucked up. Naptown All Pro is a promotion in Indianapolis.
Yep.
And they put me in this stable with me, Kai Faden, Dylan Cole, and Victor Analog. And the thing was, I did not want Dylan in the group, so I was a massive bully to him. Dylan also at this time was legitimately hated by the fans, no matter how much people wanted him to be babyface. He was also hated by a lot of the locker room. So I love Dylan. So I just leaned into what everybody was saying behind his back. And I was like, well, I'm just going to do this because I have to be a bully. I have to be mean. And then as I became more mean to him, the fans started cheering him more. And I got to a point where I cut this promo where I just laid out a bunch of shit. Like I was super mean. He started crying. And that promo literally, like anybody that was booing him before, they were not booing him anymore. Like he was a huge baby face and they wanted to see him beat my ass. Unfortunately, the person that runs NAP, no disrespect to them, but they do know how I feel about this. They wanted to change it up because they did not like the way it was going and we did not pay it off the way that I wanted to pay it off. But that story was like, fuck, we're doing something so cool. Like you were so hated and now you're so loved and it's all because I'm an asshole to you. Like, hell yeah, you're going to beat my ass and make me bleed. Like, let's go. And it didn't pan out the way I wanted it to.
Oh, that sucks. Shit. It sounded good.
Yeah. It's the promo is up on my YouTube. It's like Anakin Murphy tears into Dylan Cole is the promo. And I still think that's probably the best promo I've ever cut on a microphone.
No shit, really?
It might be the best. It might be. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can you maybe tweet that when you get a chance? Because I would like to check it out and maybe even retweet it to the fans.
Yeah, I'll copy the link and post it probably after this interview.
Sweet.
I definitely think on the microphone, it's the best microphone promo I've ever done.
Well,
There's not a lot of times I come back from the curtain and went, wow, I did a really good job. But that was the time I was like, wow, I did a really good job.
No, please share it then. That's the good stuff, honestly. And as your fan base is growing, they should see that. I haven't even seen that. So yeah, man, I appreciate you. Who's someone you can look back on the industry and be like, they didn't get everything they should have gotten and they deserved a lot more?
Man. ACH. 100% ACH is, I think, the one that comes to mind. I feel like he was done very wrong, and a lot of people owe him a lot of apologies, and a lot of people caused a lot of things that are now happening for him. He should be main eventing WrestleMania and making $1 million, and he is not, and it is a fucking shame.
Living or dead, who's the one person you'd like to sit down and talk to in wrestling?
Marcus Crane. Marcus Crane or Danny Havoc, one of those two. I feel like they were so smart, and I never got the chance to meet either of them. And I feel like I would learn a lot just from a conversation with either of them.
What have you enjoyed doing in this business besides performing? Like, I do know you've trained some people. Are you mentoring others right now?
Right now, no.
Yeah.
I guess Davina asked me for advice a lot just because we're together and we're always around each other. So I don't think I'm mentoring her, but I am. She's like, you've helped me so much wrestling wise. I feel like it is seeing a lot of people that I've helped train or I've helped mentor, shine. Like Jalen Strawn is somebody who I trained, and he is starting to really pick up some bookings now. And the Revolution, Quest Parker and Anthony Lopez are two people that I help mentor, and they still to this day like owe a lot to, like, they tell me like we owe so much to you, and they're like talked about on the Midwest independent scene as probably the best up and coming tag team. So seeing them get those praise and seeing Jalen get these bookings and seeing like people just get better is like the best part. Like I want to stop wrestling at 30, and whenever I stop wrestling, I want to just continue to like still help out in a training sense or a mentoring sense or an agent sense or anything like that. Like that's what I want my role to be after I'm done with the in-ring portion. I want to be like a trainer or a producer in wrestling.
Well, you've watched wrestling for so many years, and now you're behind the curtain for all these years. What do you feel you grew up watching in wrestling that's been lost in time now that you just don't see anymore?
The easy answer is fans attacking wrestlers. I don't feel like I see that much anymore. But I feel like yeah, I mean, I think that's it. 'Cause I think it kind of also comes down to there's a lot of wrestlers that don't want to be true bad guys anymore. And I feel like that's fine. They don't have to be, because I feel like if you are, you can't really sell merch, and that's a great way to make money as an independent wrestler. But maybe I want to see Darlene get up and throw her cane at fucking Charles Mason sometime. Like that'd be kind of
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Back when people believed.
Yeah, I mean, I think people still believe in some cases now, but
Yeah.
I definitely feel like it has been a little bit lost.
Is there something about you or your career that you wish people knew better, or you would like to maybe even set straight right now? Or do you feel you're an open book?
I feel like I'm an open book for the majority of the time. I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about me that some deathmatch fans would understand more if they just talked to me. But I also have to understand that some people are just going to have their opinions, and that's fine. I think I'm an open book. I don't think there's anything that I'm like, you don't know this about Anakin Murphy, or else it would change this. Like you can have your opinion and your outlook. The only issue I'll have with it is if you're blatantly disrespectful.
I think that's fair. Okay. Fun questions. We got a couple for you, then you can get the hell out of here. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. You were mentioning a cat. How many pets do you have?
One. His name is Spooky. I think is like the closest thing to a child that I'll have for quite a long time. He is super attached to me. Like he has like separation anxiety really bad, which I hate. But yeah, I love Spooky.
So that's your Spooky's human.
Yes.
Oh, that is awesome. Gary J's second question for you. Who's Jack and Danny?
Him himself. Gary is.
Yeah, Gary's Jack and Danny.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just leave it there. Do you watch any sports or have a favorite team at all? Or is it not your style?
I don't. I said for a long time the only sports that I like are fake.
Yeah, I get it. Not even an MMA guy, huh? You don't like slap boxing, MMA, nothing?
No, I mean, there's a case, like I'll watch power slap clips, but I'm not sitting there being like, all right, let's go, Haley J. Like I'm not.
Right.
I'm just kind of watching her slap the shit out of people.
I asked this and I get interesting answers. Are you a candle person or someone that likes different kind of scents like pumpkin, apple, lemons?
I wish I was a candle person, but it harms cats, so I don't like them. I love incense. Whenever I did not have a cat, incense were really cool. So I think I'm more of an incense person. There's I think a thing called Dragon's Blood that I liked a lot. I think that was the flavor that I would always get.
Good one. Yes.
So
yeah. You wake up with nothing to do. The whole day's ahead of you, Anakin. What are some simple things that just makes your day better?
Walking, taking a walk, is definitely something I like to do in the mornings or in the evenings, whenever there's less people walking. Trying to watch wrestling or something obtainable, like as Like, I don't know, maybe a long form video or a movie or a TV show or something like that. I have not played video games in so long. It's been probably 2 years at this point, but I would like to. So maybe get back into that. So things that are just I am at home except for walking and I'm relaxing and just sitting and not being on my phone or not doing something that involves wrestling or getting ready for wrestling or anything like that.
Okay, then we're going back to food because food came up again. What's one food you just can't stop eating if it gets in front of you? What you crushing?
Man, gummy worms right now, sour neon gummy worms it's been a problem. Like it's been such a problem.
The sour ones, huh?
Yeah, it's they did at the trolley sour neon worms.
Yeah. All right. Is there a family recipe that's your favorite you grew up on or something that maybe someone you know cooks that you just love?
So I hate fish, but my dad would make this catfish, and I don't know what the recipe is, but like it's the only fish I'll eat. So
Is he
that
a
catfish that
fishing
my
guy?
dad makes. Oh yeah, yeah. My
Oh,
dad
he's
loves.
catching and cooking.
Yeah, he as much as I like wrestling, he likes fishing. So he definitely, especially it's gonna suck because like when my dad, it kind of sucks to think about, but like when my dad passes, I will not be able to look at anything fishing ever again because anytime I do look at fishing, it just reminds me of him. So
Mm-hmm.
he definitely loves fishing and catching fish and then cooking it for people. He loves cooking it for people.
All right, then. Let's lighten it up even more. We're going to talk about little Anakin for a minute. What's something you always did that pissed off your parents?
It's gonna be a little much of a boring answer, but like my my dad and stepmom, my birth mom's not in my life, but my dad and stepmom told me that I was a pretty good kid. I think I was a really bad student, so that would piss them off. So actually, that's the answer. I was a really bad student. I would always have missing assignments or D's or F's, and they would hate that.
Were you the type that got bored and just was talking in school, got in trouble for talking and stuff too?
No, I just couldn't like get it. Like
Oh,
no matter how
gotcha.
many times I just paid attention, I just couldn't. Like school was just not for me. And like same thing for Davina. Like school was not for her. So if this relationship continues to go the way it is, which is great, and like we get married and have kids, this kid is gonna be a terrible, terrible student, probably the worst student of all time since he has
Time to get him into
both of
wrestling
us.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's a video game you'd be able to kick my ass in when you were a kid?
Mortal Kombat.
Ooh, really? What system?
Yeah. PlayStation. I'm so bad at the arcade Mortal Kombats. I'm so bad at them. I wish I wasn't, but I'm so bad at them. But any of the game console Mortal Kombats, I was pretty cool in. I still love Mortal Kombat.
Dude, great game. What music were you listening to?
Same music I'm listening to now,
Yeah.
which is just emo stuff. So that was always my thing.
Favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Everyone says that. So the answer I will also go with is Cap'n Crunch because not a lot of people say that. I feel like it's a really good cereal.
Good call. Favorite cartoon?
Scooby-Doo was like my main stuff as a kid. I have not watched it in a long time, but I feel like if I did, I would still kind of like it.
Dude, as an adult, I've heard too many people say smoke a little weed, watch Scooby-Doo. You'll be like a kid all over again. You'll get all sunk into it and shit. It's pretty good
That'd
stuff.
be sick. That would be really cool.
What did you like drinking as a kid? What was like that one drink you always begged your mom for?
Mountain Dew. My dad would
Same.
still to this day drinks Mountain Dew all of the time. So I would always be like, hey, can I have one or can I have yours? And I would just steal his. There's a picture of me as a baby just holding this Mountain Dew can.
Yeah.
So Mountain Dew is always the one that I like because I think it's also just as a kid, it reminded me of my dad. So it was always
You're
something
doing
I
what
wanted
dad
to
did.
gravitate towards. Yeah, I was doing what dad did.
Oh, that's cool, man. What about snacks? Like, was there chips or anything you liked always crushing?
As a kid, I loved original Pringles. I still to this day love them. Everything I liked as a kid, I pretty much like now. Like I
Mm-hmm.
original Pringles are still like my favorite like chip. Uh, Also, like I would love the original like blue bag of Sun Chips. I really like those.
Yep.
So
What about a favorite? Was there a toy you remember when you were a kid you really liked?
hmm.
That's always a rough one.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of wrestlers don't have very good memories that going back that far, me included.
Right.
Not really. Like I was a lot more into video games and toys as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So toys, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm bored now. I don't want this anymore. So
Yeah.
I don't really think I was a big toy kid.
Okay. If the lady ain't around right now, let us all know. When you were a kid, who was your celebrity crush?
Oh fuck, what's her name? Uh, Kevin Thorne's valet, Shelly Martinez. Is that
Oh,
her name?
really?
I think
Yeah, I
yeah,
know
I
who you're
think
talking
so.
about.
As a kid, I really liked her.
She was dangerous. That's a dangerous one for you, young Anakin. Let me tell you.
Pretty much. Was her name
Yeah.
Shelly Martinez? Did I get that right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay,
Shelly
sick.
Martinez. Yeah.
I could not remember for the life of me.
Um, Your as a fan, your favorite wrestling event that you went to. Oh, we may have lost him for a minute. We may not have.
I'm all right. I'm right here.
Okay, yeah. Favorite wrestling event as a fan. Would it be that 13-year-old Anakin going to the show that made everything pop off?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Because also at that show, like I met AJ Styles and a bunch of other like TNA wrestlers that were sick. So I feel like those were the main, like that was like the main show that I just loved as a kid.
Do you have any shows you're binging on like Netflix or YouTube right now?
No, I wish. I've wanted to start The Sopranos for a fucking year, but I just haven't. I just feel like I don't have any time. But I wanted to like really watch The Sopranos. Breaking Bad is my favorite show of all time, so that's the show that I always come back to.
Dude, it's such a good ass show. Like everyone I've talked to, I try to convince them to watch that show. I'm like, listen, he's gonna get into some shit and you have no idea how he's gonna get out, and he always gets out. You know?
It's so good. It is so
Yes.
good.
Yeah, the writing was great. And also they like I was sick a long time ago. They did a really good job capturing the thoughts of someone who's not well and thinking about mortality. They did a great job on that too. So I mean, the
That's really good
serious
to
side,
know.
dude, yeah, the serious side is legit. Okay, so you go through that. What's your favorite movie genre? Are you like a scary movie guy? You like documentaries?
Yeah, I think documentaries for sure, but horror movies are like my main thing.
Okay, give me 3 movies, man. You gotta. I want some Anakin like recommendations.
The original like '70s Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Uh,
Yes.
I feel like none of the other ones live up to that one. I'm trying to think of I just watched Obsession like 2 days ago, and
My wife wanted
I
to see that. Is it good?
I fucking loved it. I think
Mm.
it's a great movie. Um, so I also like movies that make you like think too.
Mm-hmm.
So Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Obsession. I'm gonna think of The Mist. The Mist is such a good movie. I don't think The Mist gets
Damn.
talked about enough. I think The Mist is so good.
Okay,
Honorable
so
mention. Honorable
yeah,
mention to
yeah.
the Thing, the original Thing. I also love the Thing.
Okay, so I'm getting it. You and I are kind of the same on this. I like my classic horror movies better than I like
Sick.
modern ones.
I agree.
It's kind of weird sounding, but it feels like they're not as scary, so they're safer, so I can kind of enjoy it a little more. I my look at it.
Um,
It's hard to
I
fight
I
the
can
classics.
I can see that. I just feel like the classics were just more gritty,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
that's why maybe I liked it. Obsession scared the shit out of me a couple times. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, my wife was talking about that. I gotta maybe check that out sometime
It's
because
on
she said it's awesome.
it's on Peacock. So that's where I watched it.
All right. So I have to ask this one. It's Christmas time. What 3 movies are you watching at Christmas time?
Back to my dad. My dad would always put on A Christmas Story
Yep.
for Christmas, so that was always one I'll always watch. I don't remember the name of it, but it's an animated movie with like Rudolph. I think it might just be Rudolph, like an animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember that. That's one I like to watch, and the Charlie Brown Christmas I like to watch.
Dude, yeah, your dad raised you right on them classics, man. That is good as shit. I didn't expect that, honestly. I
Hell
was
yeah.
thinking like Elf, Home Alone, and
No.
like you hit them classics.
Home Alone is more of a, I think it's just more of a slapstick movie than it is a Christmas movie.
Oh, I get that.
So I think National Lampoon Christmas Vacation is also one I like.
That's a good fucking movie right there.
That's
Dude, I laughed
one I
my
like.
ass off every time I put that on. Worst shoot job you've ever had?
Oh fuck! I worked at this book factory. It was a factory where I was doing the same shit every day, and I was the only person under the age of 40 that worked there. It was unbearable. It was hot, like, and most of the shoot jobs I've had to quit because they weren't going to work with wrestling. So yeah.
I get that. I get that. Okay, you've lived a little bit of a life. Do you have a ghost story or something weird that's happened to you in your life? You're like, what the hell was that?
Not a ghost, but I think the story of me and Davina getting together is really weird.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that it might be a little long, but
Brother, it's all about you, and I'm having fun, so you're good.
So we both had a crush on each other, like when we met each other. We both thought we were like really cute. We both follow each other on social media, but we would not talk at all. Like we would see each other at shows, say hi and bye, but we would not talk at all. But we had these secret crush on each other. I got into a relationship. I didn't really talk to or think about Davina anymore. And I would just focus on this relationship. She was not in a relationship, but she was like in this toxic friendship. And we were on the same show in February. I was out of this relationship at this point. It was a really bad ending. And she was near the end of her toxic friendship. And we just kept like running into each other at this show. But like we weren't really saying anything to each other. Then after the show, we both had rides. My ride was dragging ass. Her ride was dragging ass. So we started talking, and we found out that we had so much similar things in common. And then we started talking after that, and then now we're together. So I think it's really weird how we liked each other at the same time. I didn't say anything. Got into these situations. Hers was more toxic than mine, but got into situations, forgot about each other, didn't talk. Then on the same show, when she was at the tail end of hers, I was at the end of mine. We just kept running into each other. Her ride was dragging ass, my ride was dragging ass, and now we're together. I just feel like it's all really like the universe had us together and then said it's not the right time. Now it's the right time. Here it is. So I think that's why I say everything happens for a reason, because I truly believe that everything happens for a reason.
I agree. And it sounds like you two kind of circled each other's atmosphere until it was time to collide.
It was really weird. But
that's a special thing. That's a special thing. And I'm happy you've recognized that. And I hope you take advantage of a gift like that,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What's one thing you want to do before you die?
I think this is going to sound morbid, but if I like died tomorrow, I'd be pretty happy with my life. So I don't think there's really anything like all I've wanted to do all my life is wrestle. And I'm doing that. And I've had a lot of really cool moments within it that I didn't think I'd have. So everything now is like a bonus. So I'm pretty fulfilled and happy with my life.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, there's things that I think would be cool, but not anything I really want to do, if that makes sense.
No, it does. Also, I think going for you is the fact that you have seen and done a lot of things in places that a lot of people your age don't get the advantage to go do. And that's
Yeah.
another thing you can really like rest your head on, is the fact that you've had those wonderful experiences. Like, you've seen cities a lot of the people you know will never see.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy to think about. I never thought of it that way, but yeah, I am living a life that a lot of people would like to have, which is crazy to think about.
That's why I love to put in there that no matter who the haters were, that you're the one getting paid to go across the country on a plane.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I had to, man. Do you have any other language outside of English that you know?
No, I wish. I took 3 years of Spanish, and I can't make a full sentence.
Yeah, I
Um,
had 4 years of French. I don't know shit.
I would like to learn other like languages just so I could be like an easier language barrier for like international talent if I ever had to wrestle them, or if other people had to wrestle them and I could help interpret. That'd
Yeah.
be sick. Like I would like to learn like German or Spanish or like French or Japanese. Like I still have time. I still can, but as of right now, no. I don't have any of those qualities, but I wish I did.
You're going to have to get one of those language learning programs and start listening to it in the car.
Oh, was it what Duolingo? Is that what the game is or learning thing is?
That's one of them. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I can
That's
get
an
that.
idea. If you could master one craft or skill outside of wrestling, what is it you'd like to do?
Drawing. I'm so bad at drawing. I really wish I was better at it. And if I could just master that, a lot of my problems would be solved. I wouldn't have to hit up anybody for a design. I wouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
to I wouldn't have to ask for anybody for like, I can't draw it, so can you? Like I just do it myself.
Dude, I'm with you. I fuck up stick figures. Like, I can't do it. I can't draw for shit. I look like a 7-year-old attempted. Like,
I'm in the same
sorry.
boat.
Last question. What do you think the younger you would have think is the coolest thing about that older you that you are right now?
Probably the fact that I'm wrestling in general, like the fact that I did it, the fact that I like am, I guess, successful at it. Uh, but I think like all the blood photos and all the crazy like bumps, my younger me would be like, "Whoa, like that's sick, like that's crazy." But I think like wrestling and then having like my dad be involved in wrestling, because my dad had like a couple spots where he'd like, oh, he'll slap somebody, or I ran
Yeah.
a comedy show and had him wrestle a match. And I think the younger me would like really appreciate that, because I've always been like a father's boy.
Yeah.
So I think those things would be really eye opening to 10-year-old me.
Hell yeah, man. So 2 good pieces of news. You got through my questions and you're about to eat pizza soon. So there you go.
Hell yeah.
There. Any wrestlers you'd like to shout out real quick?
Other than the ones I already did, Gwen Neodana is sick. You guys should follow her. Kenny Calix and my brother, he's sick. That's about it.
I want to give you the floor and the microphone for a minute. Is there anything you'd like to say to all these cool ass people who are in here giving you love tonight?
I appreciate it, even though again I'm really shitty at like responding to it. A lot of the support means a lot. Like here, actually, I'm gonna get my little bag. Oh, you can't. No, you can't see it. Never mind. So I have a little thing, a pocket in my bag that I take with me everywhere. That has like across 7 years, every single bracelet that a fan has made me, it is in there, and I carry it everywhere I go. So I may not be the best at responding to positive support and positive comments, but it genuinely means the world to me, especially when I take one person's negative opinion and generalize it. The positive stuff does mean a lot, and I really appreciate it.
I think that's it right there. Anakin, where can they find you, sir?
If you search up Anakin Murphy on anything but TikTok, I'll probably pop up.
You get kicked off of TikTok, or you're just not into it?
I'm just not into it. I tried to get a TikTok. Maybe this will be something that I can get a new audience from, but I just don't. I think I'm too old for TikTok, or I'm too mature for it. I think that's like a couple years past like my generation.
I get it. I get it.
Like
I watch your stupid videos on there. That's all I do.
My TikTok was Vine. I don't know if you remember Vine, but that was
yes. Yeah, that was basically, you're right. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, Vine was my TikTok.
All right. I think we did it, man. Is there anything else you wanted to discuss before we bounce the hell out of here?
No, I really appreciate you. This was like a really fun 2 hours.
I appreciate you. I'm so happy you were able to make it. This is fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm awkward about the endings, but man, I appreciate you so much. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to everyone. Is it okay if you chill just for an extra minute? And then when the show closes, I'll say goodbye to you there.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, man. For everybody that came in tonight, thank you so much. We made a special night for Anakin. This was, well, for lack of a better word, special. There was a lot of people who had a lot of nice things to say about you, Anakin. And I'm really hoping everybody learned at least something in the process here tonight. If anything, standing on 2,000 shoulders right now, I want to tell you that the family is behind you and we do want to see you succeed. And there's a big group of us, man, who see the effort and we want to see you keep pushing. So if you could tonight, eat pizza and feel good about who you are and what you've done, because you're just beginning. And to hear someone say I'm done at 30 is wild when I'm 46, but I get it and I respect that. But I do greatly appreciate you for taking time out of your night with us. It's been a fuck ton of fun, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Well, then I'll tell everybody goodbye real quick. We'll do the outro and I'll see you on the other side, Anakin. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. See you next time, huh?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Long live GCW, baby, and good night.